Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to Urban Absurdity. I'm your host, OG Ron.
And I'm Bianca Brown.
And I want to say Happy Father's Day.
Yay! Happy Father's Day.
And I think I should there ain't going to be no rant, but we definitely got to discuss this.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, Happy Father's Day again. We got that out the way with. Why do people not respect the Father's Day holiday?
Because there's not that many participants.
Yeah, I heard they was going to cancel it this year. I heard they were going to cancel it this year. I always see so much preparation to get ready for Mother's Day. You got to get the floats and there's going to be a parade. There's going to be, all the restaurants are shut down. If you ain't got no kids, you can't get in. All types of stuff. But Father's Day coming, it kind of like sneak up on you. Like you could name the Mother's Day weekend even if it's in November. But as Father's Day approaches, it's like, where's the hype? There's no Father's Day sales. You got diamonds on sale for Mother's Day. You got flowers on sale. You could probably even catch a good used car sale on Mother's Day.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend. What do men like? That's well known.
I think they like to be observed on Father's Day first and foremost.
What do men like other than like when they sell barbecue equipment?
Hey, you know what? I don't think men mind a new grill, but they don't want to have to cook on that motherfucker. Hey, you ever get a gift? Hey, you ever be one of the kids? Your stepbrother, his daddy ain't in his life, so you get a good gift and he want to play with your shit. No, you can't do that. Not today. Today's my special day. Maybe at midnight I'll let you. I can give you the remote, but. It's just something about it. When you give a man a gift and you want him to break it, you got some charcoal to go right in that motherfucker. Like, hey, why don't you cook us up some food? That's not a gift. That's like saying, okay, we about to bring you something for you to cook us some food with, Pops.
I think too many fathers would say, oh, if you ask a woman, like, what do you want? As far as like a gift, more than likely a woman is going to tell you, unless, this the modest mother who's like, baby, you ain't got to give me nothing. But most of the time, a man is going to
There are none of those left.
There are some. My mother does it too. You ain't got to give me nothing. But you done named some stuff before what you would. I wish I had, but. That's
because they've been telling you for a long time. You just haven't caught the sign.
Men don't, though. You don't when
y'all know what men. You know what? Y'all do men like, and you know what? I don't have a kid yet, but when it comes, I'm going to be looking forward to Father's Day gifts. I want people to put some thought into it. You know what we do. Just look at what we do most of the time.
Watch TV and go to work.
Well, buy that nigga a TV and some work boots. It's not hard to figure out a gift for a man.
But what happened if you already bought? And the problem with that is,
get him some more.
No, you just can't keep buying the same.
Buy him a bigger TV. That nigga got a 65, you get him a 70.
Men, especially if you do for your kids like all the time and you want a little bit of a reward, you tired of getting the same bullshit that you get.
Sex. That's all women trying to give up. Happy Father's Day, baby. Go in that room. I'll be right in there. Look, we did that a couple days ago.
Well, I don't know about the relationship.
Not a gift.
I don't know about the relationship part, but I know if you want your kids to get you certain stuff and they old enough, you better make that known. Hey, I'm going to tell you what I want right now. I mean, because your kids done told you what they want and what they need. Hey, Pops.
I think gifts are more special when somebody just kind of says, okay, let me look at this nigga's life. Okay, what could he use? It's like when you got to ask for it, it's like, okay, they're not putting no thought into it.
Give a list of 10 things that you want to be surprised at.
It's not Christmas time.
Which ones and be surprised at which ones I like to tell people that. I'm like, what do you like or what do you want? Like, give me a list of things that you would like. You don't know which ones I'm going to get. Mm-hmm. Or you don't even know if it's going to be a little twist or whatever I'm going to get you. Uh-huh. But at least there's some type of idea because I would want something that I really want. If you're a kid, then I'd be like, oh, look at this little piece of something you gave me. I love
Kids
you.
Don't get Father's Day gifts. You even forget about it during the conversation.
No, what I'm saying is the kid giving their father a gift. Like when you were young.
Oh, okay, I get it.
When you were young, you give you make a little card at school, do a little something. Yeah. And you're like, okay, this is cool. But when you get old enough to where you like, yeah, like I threw this piece together.
There you go. Hey, get on somewhere,
this macaroni face. Like, but after you get older and you're working and stuff, no, you better. I'll tell you what I want.
I don't think it's just a gift. It's just like
the acknowledgement itself.
Yeah, I just think it's that. I just think they feel like, okay, there was not enough thought into, okay, we're about to do this. Like, you don't start planning for a Father's Day dinner or something like that like a month in advance. You just like, the nigga like pork chops? Yep, we'll get him packed pork chops. We go to the house and we cook that shit. You know what I mean? Mother's Day, oh man, we already doing it 3 weeks in advance. My sister's called, what we going for Mother's Day? We doing something together? We doing something individually? I'm like, how we gonna do this? Father's Day, oh, it is. It be that Thursday. I should have saved some money on my check. I knew something was coming up. It's like, it's just not a big holiday. Like, Mother's Day is a big, huge holiday.
I agree. No, I definitely agree. I agree with that. Why, though?
Do you want to change it, though?
No, I feel like
she doesn't want to change.
It should be just as big. I do feel like it should be just as big. It's just that women are, like, everybody says it. We say it on the show. We're nurturing. It's like when you think about sweet, sentimental things, you think about things you did with your mother. You think, oh, I remember when she used to wipe my nose, or I remember when she, like different things that your mama used to do.
I've seen a man wipe his daughter's nose before.
But compared to women, how many have you seen? Or compared to, because it's known that happens more. Should we celebrate Father's Day more? I think we should.
Yes.
No,
yes, we should.
I think we should. I think we should be more loving and caring and acknowledging.
Yeah, make them feel like you care, because during Mother's Day, even if you don't have a gift, it's just like, you can just feel, okay, like say your mom, which you are, you're at home a couple weeks before, all these Mother's Day sales are coming up. Like, you feel good about that a little bit. Like, you might not think about it, but it's like, okay, yeah. Oh yeah, they getting down this year for us. You know what I'm saying? They coming through.
No.
They coming through with some shit. Oh, diamond sale shit. I hope my son see this shit. You know what I mean? Dude, subconsciously, you feel that. You do.
No.
Father's Day, they run a commercial that Friday, and that's it. If you ain't up during
they don't.
During Blackish or something, you gonna miss it.
No, I think they run them. I think they just don't run as many. Like, different stores don't run as many as they normally would. But if you jump on Amazon,
they should.
If you jump on
fucking
Amazon,
Home Depot got a sale on shovels and shit. It was like, they just look at it like it's just, okay, dads, they work. Get them a grill. Get them something to dig that yard up for your garden or something, and let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
4th of July is coming up. We ain't got time for this bullshit.
or ties and golf clubs and, things of that nature. And some
wallets.
And watches. No, some dads do get jewelry.
The gifts haven't changed, though. And you cannot put those watches in the category of jewelry, the watches that I've seen fathers get. But nothing shiny about it. Be a goddamn Timex.
No, some people do go out, and I've seen
Diddy or somebody, but I'm talking about regular people.
I've seen regular people go out and buy their fathers like really great gifts. But it maybe not as many, but some do. Should we
definitely not as many?
Should we make it a bigger deal? Yes, we should. We both agree. We definitely.
I think that all the fathers that are listening to this show will agree, and hopefully the women will too. Is that next year? Well, hell, even tomorrow, depends on what time you download this show. Think about it. Put yourself in his shoes. He just saw his wife or his girlfriend. Your parents might not even be together, but he saw somebody have a hell of a day. They got to sit back. People were slaving over the stove, cooking up dinner. Don't make that man barbecue tomorrow. Well, today, when y'all hear this.
Don't do that. Like, if you, especially if you have a bomb dad. If you have a bomb dad, you like, Dad, every time I need Dad, Dad's there. And Dad's this and Dad's that. And, like, you should definitely go out of your way for him. Definitely.
Exactly. Don't buy him a steak and make him cook that motherfucker.
Don't even buy him a steak. Buy him the whole cow. Just buy him a moo. Bring that
There
bitch.
you go. Show him some appreciation. Walk a goddamn cow up through the driveway. Where the fuck you going with that? Hey, this yours.
Just bring the cow up there. Actually, no, don't bring the cow up there. If you go on Pinterest, you can find a lot of vegetarian meals that would be great.
Oh, here we go.
Dads, go vegan.
Dads eat meat.
You want to live longer than mom?
No, we got to get out at least 10 years before. We got to fuck that. We can't wait.
You want to live longer? You want to see her go first?
We got to get out of there. Into some topics. I got a lot of them this week, man. I've been writing so much. This is my 8th day off from work. I've been knocking out a lot of articles for the website. So I was like, damn, there were no dry weeks. I just didn't figure out everything.
Yeah, what day? How many?
This is day 8.
Listen.
I've been working a while.
let me vent.
I don't even want to go back.
I wish we knew that you had all this time.
I told you. I'm going to go back and find the inbox.
Please do. Please do. Because
I told you ahead of time, like, look, hey, we could record
a,
about 9 episodes next weekend.
It was a thought. It was a thought. I didn't know the thought of you, like, you was really on vacation. Is this vacation?
It would have been a real vacation, but I said, you know what? I'm going to stay and get some work done. My girl went down to Tennessee. She wanted me to go. She left Wednesday, but I kind of knew, like, she has a twin sister, so she goes down there and she's not rushing back.
Yeah.
Like, she'll be back at about 3 a.m. this morning. I would have got nothing done, and I would have felt like, I guess I would have had fun. I can't say I wouldn't have, but I'm still a workaholic type of dude. I want to get this stuff off the ground, so I'm like, Tennessee, Clarksville, Nashville, no, I'll wait. You know what I mean? So I just didn't go. I said I'll get this work done. I got a lot of work done, too.
Yay!
Speaking of Father's Day, Target released a baby daddy card for Father's Day.
Trash.
All right, I got to get your opinion on that too, because so many people like, all right.
Trash.
The way I felt about it was okay. I would have probably said that, all right, I don't think it was a good idea. First of all, I don't think it was a good idea,
Trash.
but I would say if somebody did get the card, they would probably like get it as a gag gift. Like, nobody wants a baby daddy card, I wouldn't think. Like, because that's kind of like downgrading your father status. Like, okay, happy baby daddy's day. Like, something that should come like a week later. Like, but the only thing I didn't feel is that they called it racist. Do you think in this day and age when everybody bites black culture, like you hear everybody of all races say, oh, that's my baby daddy or something like that. Do you feel it was racist or do you just feel it was a bad taste?
I do. I feel like I don't care. No. First of all, black people shouldn't start doing it. The people on this card, to me, even though it's kind of like grayish type, brownish, whatever type thing they try to do with the card, from what I'm seeing, because the baby daddy is in pink. But the people do look kind of...
Yeah, they black.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be nice.
I just pulled it up.
I'm trying to be nice about the shit. First of all, you did that. That was wrong. Why couldn't you do it the other way? Why didn't you have Becky in the front with Josh and say baby daddy? No, that's not cool. And maybe they thought because they do hear people saying it so much. I don't even like when people say it. I'll be honest. I don't like when people say it. I don't say
I'm not a big fan of the term either. I feel if you have kids, like whether you're together or not, if he's being a father, then you call him that. If he's not,
even if he's not,
you just don't acknowledge you're not gonna be getting them shit anyway. So why is the baby daddy card even available? Like, for what?
I mean the term. Like, I don't even. That's the father of your child, whether he's there or not. Like, that's who he is. That's the mother of your child. I don't like that. That shit. That's kind of like, and we use it more. Mm-hmm. So it is kind of like dumbing it down. I went to the hospital with my friend. My friend just had a baby, and both people were there. I'm friends with both the woman and the man. Mm. So the nurse came in. Of course, white nurse comes in and she's like, "So are you all of their baby daddies?" And she was trying to be funny, and she got checked, and she was a little bit upset when she walked out.
That's terrible though to come in and say some shit like that.
Yeah, you trying to be funny. I didn't catch it funny, but since you want to be ignorant,
how many people were in the room? Just you and your friend and him?
It was more people that was in the room, which is why she. But sometimes I think white people don't understand when you taking it too far. When you trying to be funny, you trying too hard. Like, you really trying too hard, and you gonna get your feelings hurt, which, hence, she got her feelings hurt. It is what it is. But because you open your mouth that way, and sometimes I do blame it on our people because we use that term instead of you saying, no, like, nope, that's the father of my child. I tell people all the time when they say it to me, yo, BD, the father of my child. That's who he is. Then they'll kind of look at me. Because you kind of know who's saying it, who's not. I'm going to piss people off when I say this.
Uh-oh, I'm ready.
I'm fine with it, too. Niggas don't like me. I don't like you either. Most of the people who say baby daddy and baby mama are a little radish or hoodish. Like, now you could
Ratchet.
Like, you can pick which one you want. Like, if you just be like, yeah, I'm kind of hood, that's cool. Like, yeah, do what you do. Mm-hmm. But a rat ain't gonna admit they're a rat. You know, they ain't gonna be like, yeah, I'm hood rat. Like, no, they're not gonna say that. However,
they never do.
They don't. We talk about hood rats and they none out. But no, that's not even how you should speak. That, I don't get it. No.
I don't get it either. And immediately they pulled the cards off after the backlash. It wasn't just black people going in on it. It was white people too. I guess, I don't know if they just said, we don't want this type of shit here in our store.
But
this is Target.
You would expect that from Walmart.
Yeah.
Family Dollar had one. This girl posted one from Family Dollar.
What, a baby daddy card?
I expect that from Family Dollar. Sorry.
There was no backlash from Family Dollar.
They was like, I'm going to get two.
I feel like Dollar General is going to pick up on this too.
Dollar General, like, they ain't showing out on us. No, I expect that. The Target was the last store that I thought would have a card like that. And they're probably not the only store. They're just the one that got exposed.
Yeah, because I'm sure immediately if anybody else was carrying the card, they hurried up and got that shit off the shelf.
Like, get the shit.
Hey, we going to shut down aisle 6 for a minute. We got to get rid of these damn cars before they come in here on us.
They be like, we had a spill. We got to clean up. You ain't got to clean up shit. You got to get them cards up. But Family Dollar, they didn't pull theirs.
All right, on that one, I would consider that one a fail.
Trash.
Like, they definitely failed on that one.
Target is trash. Although I just went before I got here because I
wouldn't mind I want you to be my baby daddy card. You don't like that?
Not at all.
Hey, what man wouldn't be chilling somewhere, got the homies, and the chick walk up that he kind of like, I want you to be my baby daddy. It's like, I feel like Hallmark has overlooked that occasion.
Yeah. Listen. The term baby daddy just automatically comes with like singleness and child support. Like, I don't hear people who are I'm serious. I'm sorry.
Madly in love.
Not just madly in love, who are kind of put together using the term baby daddy, baby mama.
Well, if they living together.
I've heard people living together, they say that's my baby daddy.
No shit.
I swear to God, I've heard people say that. That like that's how you, and for you to let somebody say like that's my baby mama.
Yeah, but were their homes like connected to like 50 others?
And on that note.
Was it a high rise?
I hate you.
All right, that's definitely a fail. Nobody's purchasing that.
They're going to hate us. They'll hate you.
On to something else. This is something I found funny. Now y'all got to listen first.
I'm so done.
We take sexual misconduct seriously, but this is a strange story. All right, a woman came out and said that Jamie Foxx hit her upside the head or in the face. I forgot. It was definitely above the neck. And he did it with his penis. Said they were at a party in 2002, 16 years ago. I guess Jamie just kind of walked up and said, hey, would you mind giving me some head? She said no, and then she was immediately hit with the weapon.
The weapon.
She was immediately hit. She was immediately assaulted. I have a hard time picturing that. Like I wasn't there. I can't say it didn't happen, but after you object to the blowjob, like do you just leave do you stay in that vicinity or was she already there? I mean, what happened? Like how could you even picture that? Like how did that happen? How does that happen? That was the weirdest story of the week for me. It's like most of the time when that happens, it's not accidental. Like, you can't just like, oh, hell no. This nigga, I mean, usually you'll stand up and like exit the party, which I guess she was like, this is a Jamie Foxx production and I'm not going nowhere. But how are you in the vicinity to catch one?
I was trying to read the story. Do I feel like something vulgar like that could happen? Yes.
I would love to hear how.
Do I? That you get slapped with his penis?
Yeah, I mean, if you're not involved in something.
What do you mean?
Okay, you're sitting somewhere.
They were at a party, at the party, and he wanted oral sex.
Yeah, okay. I'm with you.
So after she said no, or she could have looked like she was like, hold on now, I'm thinking about it. And she could have been thinking, so maybe
you hit her before she said no. Like, you take it too long.
Right, like, because you know. I just look at it like this. When you, and let's think, this was 2002. Jamie Foxx was popping. He was popping. He was
popping, all right. Popping motherfuckers upside the head.
He was popping in life and he was popping in real life. Like, so do I think things could have got crazy? Like, bow, and hit her.
I'm just about, I mean, the only thing I don't get is, okay.
He was trying to be funny. He is a comedian.
Hey, not all comedians just pour their meat out and just assault a woman's face with it.
Some of them have. and the woman was like, I wouldn't even tell nobody.
Yeah, but maybe that's why it took 16 years, because if you didn't see it, I mean, how could you not see it coming?
No, she saw it coming.
I mean, you got to swing sideways and then come back with that motherfucker. Like, you could duck.
Or she could have been turned the other way talking to somebody else. That boy came up like, bitch, you said no?
It's just like in the horror movies. You sitting there talking to somebody and you see their eyes get big, like, oh shit, it's coming. You should turn around immediately.
But if you at a party, it's different. If you at if you just sitting around, if you at a party, all kind of wild shit happens. Like at a real party, not at no party. Like,
I've never been to one of those where it was meat slapping and shit.
Not at a. Well, look how many parties that these people are coming out. These actors are saying that they signed.
16 years ago, though, we go back to this like.
Now I think.
All right, it wasn't a rape. It was a simple sexual assault.
What was she trying to get? Because the statute of limitations ran out.
I read about that part. So
yeah, so I'm confused on why she went to police, and
I think she was sitting there at home. She saw this nigga on that BET Award commercial. She just got pissed off all over again.
She should have.
I'm calling the police.
She should have just wrote a book like everybody else.
You don't need. That's only one chapter.
But no, it could have been about her. Some people write about their life and then they just put that one piece out and people read for that one piece. Mm-hmm. So that one piece could have been like the heat for the meat. You know what I'm saying? They were like, oh shit, she's talking about Jamie.
So that chapter would have been called The Meat Missile. Here it comes, chapter 16, The Meat Missile.
Like, for real. Like, you could have just put in a book, because if you want to out somebody, then out them. But if you can't get it. It was 16 years ago. And I'm not one to say, like I said before, I'm not one to tell people, you should have said that years ago. Because I've never been raped. I've never been assaulted. Thank God. None of those things have ever happened to me. And unless I put myself in those shoes, I'm that person. Different people react different ways. And especially if it's like a superstar or somebody famous, you kind of feel like they're not going to do it.
You're going to let them get away with that?
Well, it's not just letting the person get away with. Look at the girl who got raped behind the trash can. Like, then the judge said, well, we don't want to mess up his life. He got a good career, like sports career. We don't want to have him pay for a mistake. So
wow,
we're going to give him like 3 weeks of probation. Whatever it was, like 3 weeks, 3 months, something like that. But it was like real shitty, and you can go back to school. Uh-huh. And there's other stories.
Now that's terrible. Like, we made light of this past situation. Now that's fucked up, though.
No, I mean, but it is plenty of women who the reason why they don't come out and say anything is because they know that the person, 9 times out of 10, that person's not gonna get charged with nothing. You're not gonna. It's kind of like when black people say cops do stuff to them, and you're like, yeah, they're gonna make a big media frenzy about them being charged, but are they really gonna do some time?
Exactly.
No. You're not. So most of these people go and they take that money because they ain't gonna get this time anyway. So it's one of those things, and men too, because men get raped. We just did a story about the cable.
Who did?
About
yeah, but
he was sexually assaulted.
Yeah, but that was
Shut up.
like a muscular woman. like that shit is like so
you said that was
random.
A man.
She had her mugshot was like scary. Like, I don't know if I could have moved either. I think he was just frozen with fear. Like, what the fuck? I just came over here to reboot her cable box. Now all of a sudden, motherfucker locked on me and shit.
I'm not laughing at that. Males, you should be able to. I'm not laughing with Ryan.
Yeah, but he immediately came out. Like, if a man comes up and says in 2002.
As he should. Get her arrested.
As soon as he left the house, that nigga... I got right on his celly and called. I think he drove to the police station like, hey, look.
She must have been bad. She must have been like horrible.
She was. He was scared to go right outside and call. This nigga made sure he left the fucking street first and then called. Like, he wanted her chasing the van. Like, I mean, from the mugshot, it looked like she could have definitely got in. Like, just ripped the back door off of it. Oh, my God. Okay, well, Jamie Foxx failed. That was the second fail of this week.
Did they take a picture of him? What he look like?
No.
They should, because he's the victim. Huh?
Yeah, he's the victim. He's the victim, so they didn't show his picture. But
did he get
I'm sure it had to be, like, he had to maybe weigh under 150 pounds.
I wonder did he completely fix the cable, though? Like, was it fixed by the time?
If I was her, I'd have waited until it was fixed. Because you're definitely not going to... not getting another technician out there today.
I thought he waited till it was. I thought it happened when he was letting it boot up and he sat down.
From what I read and reported, it was. Now you know how long it takes for them damn cable boxes to reboot. He was just sitting there. This nigga had a seat. You know what I mean? He's just waiting, and then all of a sudden, shit, she came out of the room and was like, "Nigga, it's going down right now."
It's time.
I know you at work, nigga, but shit.
She's probably ovulating. That's why she had to
shit!
Get that boy right at the good time. Like he ain't here, so shit.
Fail number 3. All right, I got to bring this up. We're gonna talk about this really quick because
who else failed?
This was a topic. The baby daddy cards failed first.
Okay.
Jamie with the penis slap failed second.
He did.
The cable guy was fail number 3.
And Jamie said he didn't do it just in case if anyone, he completely denies it, says he's going to go after this woman with legal action because he didn't do it.
Yeah, he said he missed. All right.
Strike.
All right, since we had our Battle of the Sexes show last week and it was wildly successful,
yay!
This is one topic that we didn't discuss. And I had some conversations on social media about it. A lot of people felt differently than I did. I just want to get your take. President Trump. I didn't say he was my president, but he is the president.
Your president?
President Trump pardoned Alice Marie Johnson after 21 years. She was convicted 23 years ago of masterminding a drug ring in Memphis. Kim Kardashian used her Twitter influence to bring the case to the light. I'm sorry, I heard a noise. I gotta fix that. All right, she brought the case to the light. She met with She met with President Trump at the White House. I think I made up a new name for him, Prompt. All right, she met with him and they got a release. She was out. And a lot of people said that they basically gave Kim no props for paying attention to that story. Mm-mm. Here's my take on it. No, she didn't she didn't free everybody who's in that same situation. But she took the time out of her schedule. Like, whatever she's doing, like, no matter how you feel about Kim, she's busy. She's making money with the things she does. Like, nobody approves of it. Like, okay, she does this, she does that. She's an attention whore. Okay. But she gave her attention to somebody that really affected her and changed her whole life. So I gave her a high five on that. Everybody else was just basically like, oh man, they let me have it. They let me have it on social media. So how do you feel about that?
I was there. No.
Yeah, I seen it. You know, y'all know what? You know how people get on like other people's friends, and then your friend is like they all ganging up on you. They liking each other's comments and shit. Like, oh yeah, get him. I'm looking like, first of all, y'all changed the narrative right there so fast.
Liking someone else's comment doesn't mean like you like, oh yeah.
Oh no, y'all was taking turns. Like whatever you say on this nigga, he on my side.
No,
like.
That is not.
And I'm looking at it like, are they high fiving each other?
If I like somebody
being against me, high fiving somebody else.
This is how you know how Ron's mind works. Like this nigga's against me. Like no. It's just saying.
I totally felt that way. I won't hide it.
It's just saying that's like the thought that I had. Like I said, it's not like. Do I think Kim did a wonderful thing? I do. I'm not saying that she didn't.
That's all I said though.
I
that's all I said.
I think that. Well, here's the thing. What you did say. You said y'all. It wasn't like Kim Kardashian did a good job on getting a pardon for Alice Johnson. Like great. And left it at that. You was like... That's all
it was. No. Okay, I shared a stat previously. Okay, what I said was, I think it was the day before it happened.
Let me go to your page.
I posted something that said, basically, because I saw people sharing Kim Kardashian is headed to the White House to discuss prison reform. But what people didn't read, because a lot of people don't read articles, her main focus was Alice Marie Johnson. Yes, she was there to discuss other things, but that was the main focus. People shared the link and they laughed like, oh, what the hell? Like, wait, what? Kim? It's like, okay, no matter how you feel about her, look at the issue. Like, that's the only thing that's being said is she's going to try to free this woman. And when she did it successfully, so y'all laughed at her. She got the job done. So there was nothing else. There was nothing else to read into from that simple statement. Y'all laughed at her. She got the job done. All of a sudden, what about the other 100,000? Blah blah blah. Whoa.
But that's not exactly what people were saying either. I mean, it's just when you read a post. Here's the thing about talking, having a conversation, and when you read a post.
It was only one sentence.
When you read it, but that one sentence said a lot. I've always said words mean things. It's not what you say; it's how you say it too. Like it just when I say shit, I know I'm gonna piss somebody off. I intend to. That's the reason why I say what I say. If I don't want to piss somebody off, I'm not gonna say y'all, you, or anybody else. I'm gonna say
basically everybody who commented on that stat were basically like, okay, what about? Like, wait a minute. No person, black, white, Indian, whoever, can go and make a move and free. Like that would be like saying, okay, I want this list of 1,000 people out. And even then, I don't think she would have got credit either.
I think if it, for me, whether it be right or wrong or indifferent, like I don't care about anybody feeling like, well, you shouldn't feel that way. No, I'm going to feel how I feel. Just like I'm going to respect how somebody else feels.
Y'all disrespected.
That's how you feel. No, I said like, and I watch the Kardashians. I'm not like a Kardashian hater, like I hate them. I'm not one of those people. They're funny, especially when I watch their show. I've been watching their show. They're funny, hilarious. I just said I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid with this one because it's a good thing you got her apart and then you got her out, and that's great. I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just saying I'm not like going down the street like, oh my God, Kim did this or Kim did that or Kim did, because it's kind of like
I didn't do that either.
Because it's you did, but it's kind of like I would expect that you would, one, knowing the relationship that your husband has with this man, for one. For two, you have relationships with him too. Like from watching the show before all this happened, y'all had, it wasn't like you coming to somebody who you completely have no ties with beforehand or didn't talk to or whatever. Like, because Donald Trump is.
So does that make what she did worse? Because that's a powerful man to know. We might not like him. I don't like him.
No,
as a person, I don't think that he's a good person.
But money beats out anything. Mm-hmm. Money beats out anything. I guess I got what you were saying. I got what the other people were saying too. Like, it's a good thing that she did it. Point blank period, she did it. When people was talking shit, she did it. She got it done. Agreed. I also agree with other people when they said money talks. It does. It's kind of like with anything else. If you got money, you can get out of murder cases. If you're not black or a rapper. If you niggas are going to jail. But
immediately.
Do not pass go.
The only thing I was saying, though, is that she went and got the job done. Like, the post turn, it went so far left. Like, okay, well, we have people for years and years who have been trying to free people, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay. And when they do free people, we're excited about it. The thing about it is, and this is the way I feel now, it's like those same people, when you see, okay, just like, God damn it, I'm not going to be able to think of his name. The local man freed after 21, 22 years. He got freed by the Innocence Project. And they free a lot of people, but we don't share that news. Well, most of us don't. But since it's Kim Kardashian, then we all have an opinion. It's like people are being freed all the time.
Yeah.
And just because a reality star with mixed reviews on her character did it, I just don't get the argument. It's like I can look past her and see what was done and say, okay, good job.
And I'm not saying that a lot of people didn't do that. Some people didn't do that. Some people didn't say, some people just said as soon as they knew who it was, like, whatever. And I agree with that too, because I saw that too. But I also saw people on Twitter saying, like, that was a good thing. They're glad that she got out and that she did the job. And there was some people saying that they're glad that she did the job, but as far as like, talking about complete change, we don't want her to be the spokesperson. Like, we glad you did that. We glad you did, because they were talking about her actually going into it and doing certain things. And on the show, especially when she was talking, when Kanye was having all those issues, and her mom was kind of telling her, like, hipping her up on some things about black people. And I'm like, you would think that she would kind of know this shit as many niggas as she, but it's totally different. I guess the only way, from my point of view, because I can't speak for everybody else, is like, I have to use an analogy. My analogy is losing weight, right? Okay. So I feel like when I see regular people with jobs, with kids, with obstacles, like getting fit and losing weight, I applaud them more than I do superstars who may have been huge and then they lost all this weight. And you're like, damn, they look good. Because I feel like even though you look good, you got money to help assist with that. You know what I mean? You have nannies to watch your kids. You got chefs that can cook you your meals. You have where you can slide into a doctor's office and get some shit tightened, and that's cool. So I'm like, yeah, you look really good, but I take the person that's working with nothing to get stuff done, and I'll look at them more like, although you look good, I'll idolize this person with the fitness more because they did it the hard way. Okay. So that's what I look at when I see rich people do stuff. I'm not saying that you're horrible because you did it. It's just like you get more of a woohoo because you have access to that. Or
it only takes 1 second to give somebody a high five.
It doesn't. And when I made that comment, she did.
All right, and the thing, this is what, like, I heard a lot of people say that too, and this is what I was saying. I've been saying for years, like, before Meek Mill went to jail, like, this is nothing new to our community.
Oh, God.
I think people with money should take more of a responsibility to try to shed light on the injustices, but they don't.
But you got to know about it, though. You got to, and
these people have the resources where if they cared,
right,
they can have somebody like, look, everything you find, I want to know about it. Like, I might not call you today, I might not call you tomorrow. I got tours, this, and that. But when you get some time, you could take a minute out of your day and say, okay, all right, let me read up on some of these things, because you are in a position of power.
Yeah.
Like, you're not the president, but you can definitely shed light. Like, with rappers and influential people, you can make a post and wake up millions of people all of a sudden. People are trendy on Facebook. Give them start a good trend.
Yeah.
Like the hashtags on Facebook, like years ago, like I mean, if you was a Black Panther, you would think like, what would that shit do? But we live in a new world where people get information from celebrities that they follow. More people follow Kim Kardashian than might follow CNN or MSNBC or Fox News or any of that.
I'll be honest. I find more, and I tell people all the time, if you on social media or whatever, I find more positivity within Black people or anybody else on Twitter than I do on Facebook. When I want to find out positivity or what's going on with different organizations, I don't go to Facebook. Not at all.
I don't go to social media, period. There are websites that existed before social media.
Well, the only
like,
thing,
you try to bash me and say, well, it's your Facebook page. No, you have to read.
But the only thing about Twitter is you get to see people, and then one thing becomes into, and then you're searching for one thing about this person. Like, I'll look and I'll see somebody, just an average ass person. Mm-hmm. And that's what I mean about Black people have so much positivity, so many things that young Black people are doing that don't get, that they're doing their work through their social media page because they don't have the exposure or the access to be put on a website or to be put on this or to be put on that. So when you look at certain stuff and you thinking like, man, this little dude's like 16. Mm-hmm. Like, but you in your city like making change, or you in your city doing this and you trying to expand and you trying to, and that's why I go to it. That's what got me on Facebook. Like, I'm gonna delete some of these people. Now I can't because, you know, the show and everything. But I'm like, at first I'm like, I'm gonna delete some of these people because I need some positivity. I got a young Black son. I want to be able to say, well, this person, even though these people are doing this, these people are doing this. So that doesn't mean that you have to go one route and that's it. Like, you can do different stuff and make different change. But kudos to Kim, because like I said, I like Kardashians.
And this is the first topic on this show that she didn't receive a fail. I think she succeeded. Now, I'm not the person that's going to say I'm going to sit here and vote for her if she runs for public office or anything like that. I'm just saying
she did a good thing.
When somebody does a good thing, no matter how you feel about that person, give them a high five. Yeah. Now, Trump, maybe not. Maybe not. You can't have a checkered past and then do a couple of things and everybody's like, oh, okay, we mess with you. All right. That leads me to my...
Are you talking about the one where he said he wants his people to stand at attention when he talks?
Yeah, kind of like that too. All right. Where is it? All right, they had the North Korean summit last week. Now, this is America. I remember when Obama... It was like he answered a question. He didn't like bring it to the forefront or anything. He didn't bring it to anybody's attention. Somebody asked him a question. And the question was basically, would you ever meet with Kim Jong-un? I think that's how you pronounce his name. Lil Kim. All right. And he said that's a possibility. And I saw a clip about a week ago. It was maybe 15 clips, like, in one video, and everybody just basically like, wow, why would you meet with a dictator? Why would you give him the satisfaction? Why would you do this? Why would you do this? Obama is definitely a fail, blah, blah, blah. That was like maybe the first minute and 30 seconds, and then the last minute or so was Trump, and they were praising him. And I'm like, this guy's still a fucking dictator. Yeah. This is the same person that killed his fucking uncle for going to sleep in a meeting.
Listen, you know.
This is the same motherfucker to where when his father died, he made sure he killed his fucking brother so he could be the only one in power. Like, he put a hit out. He put a fucking assassin on his brother. So
with no issues.
With no problems. This little motherfucker's paranoid as shit. He came to the summit. He brought his own food. He brought his own bulletproof car. He brought his own fucking toilet. He doesn't trust us.
Yeah.
But everybody praised Trump. And the things that he said, this is a great guy. Like, dude, this motherfucker gonna go home and fuck up everybody who did some shit that he told him not to do while he was out of town. He's gonna go to North Korea and knock some heads when he get back. It's like, what is going on in this world to where a person can meet a person like this and say, that was a good meeting? Like, what did you accomplish? And they said that they showed him signing something. They showed Kim signing some paperwork, and then the headlines were Kim Jong-un says that he will dismantle all of his nuclear weapons. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, they trying to get over on us.
They are.
Why the fuck would you get rid of your nuclear weapons and be a sitting duck over there?
But see, listen, this is
why?
This is what I'm saying. Sometimes when people do the whole conspiracy theory and people are like, oh, you thinking too much. Shit. When people are doing conspiracy theories on the Black Panthers and people were like, oh, no, that ain't going to happen. And the shit happened. The FBI came and they swooped all them up. Sometimes you can't call people crazy because people are really just paying attention more than what some other people are. Mm-hmm. Like, Trump is not a president for the people. Trump is a president for him and money. Mm-hmm. So when you get somebody who is not for the people, you are strictly for money, and you are telling people you're a businessman. Mm-hmm. Businessmen are shady. Like, you're going to do whatever you need to do to keep your money. So basically what you're telling us is you're a shady person. You don't give a fuck. And this man kill people. Like, you just sit up here and talk shit to people on Twitter. This nigga kills people.
Exactly.
He'll do it. He won't have to send somebody out.
He would have killed his ass if Secret Service wasn't over there. That's what fucks me up. Is like, dude, do you realize who you're meeting with? And then to say that he just basically like, I'm no Kim Jong supporter. Don't get me wrong. I think the motherfucker's crazy. I don't think people like that should be in power. He has a country, North Korea, like these people are fucking miserable.
Very.
He controls what they watch on TV, where they go, how they dress, what they hear. Just everything about that meeting was like, I don't get it.
Shady.
No matter what he tells you, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not a big one at least, but I think for myself, I like to practice critical thinking, and I'm like, Trump just wanted a fucking Trump Tower North Korea built over there. That's what the fuck they was over there doing.
I just believe, and I'm sorry, one thing about it though, Trump is not stupid. I think everything that he does, including pardons, I'm sorry, I just think that everything he does, he thinks about, is like a calculated step. It's not like let me just do some shit. Even when he gets on Facebook, on Twitter and makes posts, and people think he just don't care about what he posts. No, he do. He cares about what he posts because he knows what he's tweeting. Mm-hmm. He knows it's going to cause a domino effect, and he knows how he's going to get people riled up. Mm-hmm. He does it for a reason. This dude did not, even though he filed bankruptcy like 3-4 times. He's not stupid.
He's just protecting his bread.
He's doing it for a reason. So I feel like every little thing that he does, there's a reason. We may not see the reasoning behind it, but later on you will. There's a reason why he does it.
I already know. I think everything he does is to align his businesses and to make more money after his presidential term. Yeah. 1 or 2, how many ever he goes.
And then you gonna fuck up some shit. You cannot tell me he's just here. He's not just here just for business of himself. He's here because, one, he likes attention. And he likes to, I want to do something that no one has ever done. Like you are. I bet you are. You're going to do something. You're going to fuck us up. And then you're going to get out here and leave, and you're going to be okay because you got your business together.
Exactly.
And the rest of us, and then the people who are like, oh, Trump cares about us. He don't give a fuck. Why are you still in the trailer if he cares about you so much? Why is Harley Davidson closing here? Why is Procter & Gamble closing? The same places that you were like, we're not going to send these jobs overseas. You're sending these people. These people are broke.
Yeah, you make those promises. Those campaign promises are always empty, but nobody seemed to realize it. When he was running, I'm like, the guy's not a politician. The first thing they said, well, if America was run like a business, it might help us out.
Right.
Businesses fail.
All the time.
We don't want our country to fucking fail. You can't, I mean, come on. America's in bankruptcy right now.
I was like, look around your neighborhood.
And another thing, just like when the princess married Harry over there, I think that's his name.
Yeah, go ahead and get it in, Meghan.
All right, yeah, okay. They said Meghan couldn't be on social media. So why in the fuck isn't it a rule that presidents can't be on there? And I would have never said this. I mean, I've never seen Bush tweet or anything. He might have, but I don't know. I think a staff member or somebody I don't think Bush knows how to work a smartphone. But
Bush said, come here.
After
how you work this thing?
Hey, put this up for me.
That boy to put his phone in the microwave. Fuck it.
Hey, I just don't get why he's just tweeting so many irresponsible things. Like, this is the president. Like, the shit that he put, I mean, it's worse than my wall. Yeah. I'm like, This motherfucker's crazy.
Well, I don't think they took those links to do that because they've never had a president do that. You know what I mean? They've never had a president that was just on, like, most presidents have someone run their social media. He don't. He runs it himself, and he's telling people he is. And there wasn't a rule before he got into office saying that you can't. You know what I mean? And I
definitely think they should try to get that in there.
But then
take that man's phone from him.
But they're not gonna do it while he's there.
And they said he couldn't block people. Like, what the fuck? Why would you make that judgment and say this motherfucker can't say all the crazy shit that he says on Twitter?
Right.
Oh, you can't block people. Everybody got to see it.
That was already a rule, but I guess because
wow,
because he is a part of the United States, and you can't like keep out your own people, the people who you are supposed to be responsible for. However, I get what you're saying.
But you can piss them off.
Yeah, but if you have that rule, like it's kind of like you skipped over to the main, the elephant in the room. You just went, well, what you can't do.
Like, we want to all block him. Like, not one person. Can he block everybody? Nobody sees what the fuck he's saying?
Block everybody. Just keep us all out.
Oh, my God.
Trash. I don't give a fuck. Trash.
That's another fail. That's definitely another fail. I think the summit was, I don't know what it was for. And most, like, I watched a few, like on CNN, I watched some interviews, people were talking, like, nobody really actually knew what the fuck was going on. They just went off what they were told. And I think that's dangerous.
What do you mean? I
think it's dangerous for somebody to be able to say, this is what this summit is for. Like, something of that magnitude, 2 world leaders and one, well, not a world leader. This is a fucking dictator you're dealing with.
Yeah.
And there's something else that's not being told. The reason that you're holding this summit is like, I think it's dangerous. This motherfucker's out of his mind. Like, the Secret Service has to go over there and protect him, but why?
They should have just
like, that should have been canceled. Like, look, I think he has way too much freedom.
Kim should have just said, yeah. I feel like somebody got to go with him.
Oh my God, that's another fail. I think we're like 5 fails to 1.
Take that L for the team.
Somebody should have definitely taken it.
So I wonder if Kim would have did something to him while he was over there, right? I wonder what is the legal process for that, because you're in another country. Is that different for you because you are the president of the United States? Because if it was just anybody else who went over there to North Korea for vacation, I don't know who is, no offense, but if you just are like, hey, I'm over here kicking it, and you do something, you get taken to jail, the U.S. can't do anything. You went over and did something.
Yeah, especially if they lock you up, like they said, they don't negotiate with terrorists, as they call them, or anything like that. Right. So you to get snatched up. That's I don't know, but I did read as far as security, like as far as Kim Jong's security and President Trump's security, it was like there were so many levels, like the threat or the possibility of something happening was just real high because this dude is unpredictable.
Right.
Like, you don't know what the fuck this man has planned. Like, this dude is crazy. I've seen like 10 different ways he's killed people over there just to keep the masses over there afraid. Like, just make a motherfucker stand in front of a wall and hit him with a torpedo and shit. Like, who the fuck does shit like that?
But when you see him laughing, you like, that nigga's sick. Like, he just sick.
You see this nigga's suit?
But he's, I don't
like this dude. Look, they said that there was so much possibility for something to go wrong. Like, anybody in his camp, like one of those crazy motherfuckers could have just, you know what I mean, just went off and killed him, and all of a sudden you got a fucking war going on.
You know?
It was like, that shit was just dangerous. I don't see why they even let him go through with it.
Listen, people was over there like, you had one job.
One fucking job.
And this is the shit you do.
Like, I don't want to see nobody get killed, but that was a good chance for this crazy person to, like, go down in history. He's one of those people I think that he would have traded his life for just some stupid fucking assassination plot.
Why do y'all say that? Like, okay, I don't want to see anybody. It was like a meme that was out, and they were like, the person who shot Ronald Reagan just got free, and then the dude was like, I hope he's ready to go back because we got another job for him. And people
saw that. That was hilarious.
And people were like, oh no, it's funny, but it's not funny. I'm like, the shit is funny. You know what? When you have someone who is in charge, who's causing all these issues, do you know just by what he says, how much he stings people and have caused people to fight, get injured, and even kill each other? Like, if you are willing to do that and that's okay, I'm cool with you taking the L. I'm cool with you taking it out. Like, because you're causing more of an issue than just your one life. And I'm not trying to say, people say everybody's life is important. Yeah, but when you risking other people's life, let's just cut out the problem. Cut out the problem. When he sat up here and told police, use force, whatever you have to do, instead of you saying use your judgment, use force. Like, I see how these people act, how these people, you know what you was talking about. I see how these people act. You have no care for certain human life. So since you don't, shit, take the L.
Man, America is taking L's behind this president. I saw, and this was maybe a couple days after the summit, he was at a G7 summit where world leaders again were together. And he, like, was in the presence of the Prime Minister of Canada, but he chose to tweet and call him weak. And now all of a sudden you got Canadians saying, okay, we boycotting America. We don't want to use any of their products. All trips are canceled, this, and that. A lot of people were like, that's what I don't get about Trump supporters. He can do no wrong. All of the comments were like, oh, wow, we're so scared of Canada. Motherfucker, do you think that we just want to be the target of every fucking body because of one man?
Like you act like niggas is backing you. Everybody ain't backing you, dog, and we know you ain't gonna do nothing.
Man, no, he'll put it.
Oh, God.
His actions will put thousands of lives at risk if there's a war behind something that he tweets.
He just needs to go.
That's why I don't think that that's a good president. Like, who could sit here and say, okay, I like him. You know what? There was so much hate for Obama that they just want to love this man so bad to where they could just see. It's just like being in a terrible relationship with somebody. You just want to make it work.
Oh, God. You know
they're just trying to make it work. Like, bro, this is the presidency. We can't just try to make it work.
Trash. When people like, give him a chance. No.
We gave him a chance.
No, I don't. Some people, I believe sometimes when black people say, and I straddle the fence a lot, but when black people start saying, do we want to be mean to everybody? No. But can you be nice to everybody? No. Sometimes in some situations, you are the situation that's going to take an L. Do you want to feel that way about people? No. But you, in order to make change, you may have to do some shit that you don't like. You may have to do some. So me saying shit, I wouldn't care. And I love the Lord. But I wouldn't care if something happened to Trump today, tomorrow, the next day.
I knew something was coming after that. I love the Lord comment.
You know, you got to say it first. I wouldn't. You're a danger to people. Your mouth is a danger to people. So if your mouth is a danger to people, just imagine your actions. And you've already done shit to fuck us over. You've already done shit to make matters worse. Like, oh, God, I just can't. He's trash. And Kim should have, I don't like Kim either, but Kim should have just handled that business real quick. And the Secret Service man, I'm sorry, y'all went over there with him. You know what I mean? I know y'all got families too. But if you went over there with him, if I was over there with him, I would have been like, hey, you do anything to this nigga, I'm cool with the shit.
Man, like I said, I don't know. Like, it would be real fucked up if he just got a second term too. It's like, okay. No, I mean, yes, we realize that you guys don't want to admit that you made a bad decision. But will you do it again just to prove a point? It was like, look, we want our president in here. We know y'all pissed off. We're going to get him back in here. He done cut all our benefits. God damn it, I got 30 days to move, but we going to vote for him just to piss y'all off. And that's how I felt about the whole election of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
It was like, we know how y'all feel about him. We just had to look at Barack Obama for 8 years, and we're going to make sure that y'all stay pissed off for a while.
Yep.
Is it worth you losing, like, things you're entitled to? Like,
and you still,
is it?
You still in a bad situation, like they was telling people about Obama. Black people still in a bad situation. White people, you still in a bad situation. Your shit still fucked up, if not more than ever. Your living situation still fucked up. If he's giving people if he's giving what y'all say black people, if he's giving people boxes, you motherfuckers getting boxes too, cause y'all own it. Y'all own it than us.
Yeah.
So y'all gonna get that same box, pick whichever one out of the five.
They're gonna be eating out of their box, still on social media, like, yeah, Trump is our president, and they don't realize that it's not just us that are suffering because this man is in here. He's taking away a lot of things that you guys felt that you were entitled to.
People are no, but you know what? People are slowly falling off because when they were doing all those closings, like even in the U.S. period, not just here, but when they were doing all those closings for like big companies and sending their work overseas, there were so many white people like, we voted for him. We thought he was going to be there for us. We thought he was going to do this. We were going to keep our jobs. And now, then you got to think, these are people who worked in these positions for 20 years or more, even like 10, 15, it doesn't matter. Y'all been at these jobs and dependent on these jobs. So when you leave, you can when you retire, you get a pension, you get all this stuff. But now y'all ain't getting none of that. And you really thought this dude was here to make business for y'all. But it's cheaper to send them somewhere else. But you stood on that because you think, oh God, he's going to bring business or he's going to keep business here. They were like really mad. Like if he runs again, we're not voting for him. Well, shit, he already fucked y'all up.
Exactly. I mean, 4 years is a long time when you're in there just like the first fucking day he was in there like reversing bills that Obama signed into law. So a couple more years from now, there's going to be a whole lot of shit that's going to take more than 4 years to reverse.
Yeah. And
the crazy thing about it is to wrap up on this crazy ass politics, like he disinvited the Golden State Warriors to the White House and the Philadelphia Eagles to the White House. Now we got the Democrats saying, hey, y'all can come on Capitol Hill. Now y'all gonna have two sports teams in a fucking office in Washington. Like everything, he's just changing everything. They're not even gonna be able to fit in those offices, but they want to do something because they know that this was a tradition and he's came in and just changed every fucking thing. I'm out done. Fuck y'all, president. All right. To another battle I thought that was funny, and this is in the hip hop world. Tekashi 6ix9ine and Chief Keef.
Kim, you got 2 jobs. You could get the first one done, but if you can spare some time.
I think this is the funniest thing in the world, and I'm older now, so that's why I kind of see it as just more hilarious than serious. First of all, I'm from Chicago. Chief Keef is a new age rapper, so never been like all the way in his music. I fuck with him though, but it's like, okay, all right, Chief Keef was in New York. I guess they had like Twitter battles, social media battles, and Chief Keef got shot at outside of a hotel there. So basically they were like taunting him like, okay, all right, 6ix9ine, you so tough, come to Chicago. So, and I got to call this out because I am from Chicago and Chicago doesn't sleep. He put up a video to where he was on Chief Keef's block. He said at 10 o'clock, but it was like 4:35 in the morning.
Okay. You said, I lied on the...
You know damn well you wasn't outside with no security by yourself with rainbow hair, even though he kept that hood on from the airport all the way to the hood so you wouldn't see the rainbow hair.
I lied on the first video.
I just, you know what?
I lied about the time.
I just don't get it. It was like, right now, like, because he got signed to like an $8 million contract. He got a $5 million endorsement from some headphone company. And that's just, you know what I mean, the beginning of it. That's $13 million right there. And like you said, months ago, he was broke, like 8-9 months ago. And as soon as you get in the game, this is what you do. It's like are you pissed off Jay Prince in Houston? You can't go back to Houston. Now you got all of this stuff in Chicago. You might not be able to go here and chill comfortably anymore. It's like, at such a young age, is that really what you want in your life? Is just so much negativity surrounding you? Because they just kicked out, what's the young rapper's name? The rich guy or the rich boy? Something like that. Did you hear about that? They kicked in, they like violated. It was a home invasion, and they beat him up. He's a new age rapper, too. He's a rich guy. Matter of fact, I think that's his name, the rich guy, something like that. And I just don't get it. Why the beef? You are living the American dream right now. money over. And then he pulled a 50 Cent move and went and found Chief Keef baby mama and took her to Gucci and bought her like a Gucci fanny pack or something like that. It was like, what are you doing? Like, is that good for hip hop? Do you like this or are you ignoring it? What you see, his baby mama?
I already seen her. I'm even him and her, like, and not just based off looks. First of all, these people. I'm with J. Cole, and people talk shit about J. Cole. I don't give a fuck. I'm with J. Cole and saying these people will not last. You talk about trendy shit. These rappers are trendy. You're trendy. You came out with tattoos everywhere. You got your hair is crazy. I mean, I've heard some of his songs, and I'm like, y'all like this shit? And I understand that sometimes what rapper said that? 50 Cent said that. He said sometimes you have to understand that this is not, everybody has their own era. Like, our parents' era was not, when they listened to our music that we liked, I mean, except for Tupac, I don't know nobody's parents who hate Tupac for. They be like, play that Pac again. At the
They be mad at you, turn that shit out. They get in the car and start bumping that shit. That was a generation of music we had. Yeah. They appreciate it. Come on.
So, all right, Daddy. Like, no, seriously. I first heard
motherfuckers stealing your tapes and shit.
I first heard Pac with my stepdad. Shout out to my stepdad. I was like, oh God, Pac, who is this? And I'm young. Like, who is this? But anyway, everybody love Pac. But some of the rappers, they're like, what is this shit? Like, even when Cash Money came out, Back That Ass Up was one of them you kind of like, okay.
And that was one of them songs parents hated the love.
Yeah, you know that because my mom was in. I said, oh, you like that? But the rest of the stuff, it was kind of like, this shit's trash. Like, this is not what we were used to. So of course, new age rappers are going to come in, and we're like, that's not what we listen to. But this generation seems to love it. However, they're not staying as long. You know what I mean? Like,
it seems like for fucking ever to me. Goddamn.
Because it's kind of like that dripping noise that you hear in your house, and you kind of like, this shit's really fucking irritating. And it probably was there for like 3 minutes until you shut it off. But to you, it feels like, shit, this shit's been going on forever. Because it's irritating. And whatever's irritating seems like it's lasting longer than really what it is. Look at, on the radio, I used to hear Lil Yachty all the time. I don't hear him as much. I don't. There's certain ones that you kind of like, yeah, they give you these big deals because they want you to put out this bullshit ass music. Like, they're basically telling you what to say. And then after you, like, when your hype goes away, then they kind of like, okay, on to the next. Like, you were here and you were cool, but you ain't lasting, so let me go get somebody else.
Exactly.
And that's what brings in the revenue. So just because they're giving you, like, this big deal doesn't necessarily mean, like, they know you're going to last. You're just controversial. And he knows that, too. And
I was just about to say, too, I saw a lot of adults defending him like, hey, we might not like him. Now, I get the part where we might not like him. This isn't our era. This isn't our type of music, but let the kids listen to it. If you say that, cool. But if you 35 years old and you're saying, okay, all this controversy, that's just making them more money. That's just this, and that. That is a negative image on your kids. The same kids that you're talking about that this will be a fad, this will go away. They think that's cool. You know how many kids are watching him who want to get in the music industry, and then they try to mimic his moves? Like, you can fucking really die. Like, just because you sign an $8 million deal doesn't mean that you cannot get touched, and you're running around with all of this craziness. And pretty soon the police are not going to keep like protecting you. Pretty soon they're going to back off. Like, this is not the type of image we want to project as we're protecting these people that are instigating like violence. This is possible. If those police weren't there, and of course he didn't show them on the camera, but that motherfucker didn't go in the projects without no security. There's no way.
You didn't go by yourself.
Hell no. I wouldn't go by myself unless I knew somebody. Hey, y'all come outside. No matter of fact, meet me on the next block. We're going to walk over there together. There's no way in hell some stranger is going to be in Chicago in the hood just walking around like where everybody at.
Or anywhere. You know what? Whatever. Niggas get their ass beat every day. Like, or anywhere. When you look when Soulja Boy did that shit and the shit went all wrong. That boy got that chain, took it on live like shit.
Yeah, I think that was in Pasadena or something.
Like, it wasn't me. My nigga, that was you.
That was you, nigga. You might have forgot when he hit your ass, but that was you.
That boy said, hey, somebody That boy said, "Hey, somebody found my phone." Like when you lose track of your fucking phone, you know you got fucked up because everybody know where their phone is at.
Exactly.
Yeah, when it goes wrong. Like, but Soulja Boy was doing that for a minute before he got hit. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to pick the right one to go to. You got to pick the right one to go to and get your ass whooped.
Well, you need to start beefing in Wisconsin or something like that because...
No, let him keep going. let him keep going. Like, learn your lesson. Everybody got to get it sometimes. Everybody kind of you got to understand. Like, it's going to happen to you. Everybody who talk tough, when you think you tough, you think ain't nobody out there to whoop your ass or shoot your fucking ass. Some of these niggas ain't got nothing to lose. And I
got scared for him after the Houston incident. Like, we talked about Jay Press a couple of times, but in his last interview, he was basically saying, like, okay, in Houston, all of the security who works here, unless you fly the motherfuckers from a different state, everybody there will just, like, basically, you could just call them and have them bring you to them.
Yeah.
It's like when you out here pissing people like that off and you still running around, like, making new enemies, it's like, bro, you going down the wrong road. And nobody's there in his ear to say, okay, dude, you might want to just chill. You getting money. You don't really need attention now. He just broke like a billion streams or some shit. And I didn't even think it was a billion crazy people in this world who want to download some Tekashi 6ix9ine. But, bro, you got that going. Ride the wave.
Most people who are buying this music, too, people have to understand, most people who are buying this music are white people. Let's just be honest. Some black people are buying this music, that's true. But most of these people are white people. And rappers say that all the time. Most of their money comes from white people who are in suburban areas, who don't live a certain lifestyle, who feel like when they listen to this music, that it puts them in that situation, which is why they go running their mouth talking shit and get beat the fuck up. Because you listening to a song and this song got you feeling hype, like, oh yeah, this is me. And that's not you. You
said nigga 30 times on your way to work and now you just feel away.
Like, I was saying outside of the car. Let's see how that goes for you. And I want y'all to turn on the live so we can see. Every time I think about live, I think about Soulja Boy. Shout out to Soulja Boy for making me laugh so hard. I said if that boy don't find his phone, immediately somebody smacked his...
Hey, there was another case. You remember Young LA?
No.
He had the song,
let me see what he looked like.
What was this song? He had a hit song, Ain't I?
Ain't I?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I do. Okay.
He started feeling himself in Atlanta, and I guess one of like the notorious crews in Atlanta called the Duct Tape, or I think that was the crew's name, Duct Tape.
Yes.
And he got a tattoo with duct tape, and it was this. It's gonna sound funny me keep saying duct tape, but it was this duct tape. The real duct tape nigga was like, nigga, that got to come off your face. You out here doing this and that. And there was a video he put up that was in like some house or something. And like he comes out of the room and then all of a sudden this dude with a big ass fist, it's really all you seen was just kind of knocked him out and they jumped him in there. It was like people think they get to a certain level of recognition and people won't like challenge them on it. Like it was a hilarious video. I don't condone violence, but they jumped him.
He must have got hit bad because that boy said, every time I look up his name, it say rapper Young LA dead.
I don't think he died. I mean, that would be messed up.
He responded to the rumors, but it must have been so bad. Them niggas called that nigga dead before the body.
Yeah, that's why T.I. immediately dumped him. Like, look, bro, and that's why I don't think like this might be going too far, but pretty soon, like if there's another, I guess it's been a while since a really known rapper has been like killed out here doing that. You know what I mean?
My shit too.
Yeah, it was my shit too, but he was out here on some bullshit though. He was out here on some bullshit, just claiming things that you don't need to be claiming. You're making money,
but
chill.
But sometimes I mean, I'm not in that situation. I'm not in that situation. I don't know how it feels to like be big or not yet. But when it happens,
we coming.
I'm stunning on you. Yo, baby,
I've never been humble, but let me get that bread. I'm gonna be humble. Because I don't need nobody fucking. I be the type of dude.
Forget you, Ryan. You gonna be like, did you just buy that first? You know it's summertime. I'll be like,
No. We can stunt. But when it comes to creating beef and that types of shit, like making moves that you should only be doing when you still in the street. No, I'm not doing that.
You gonna call me and be like, take that shit down. I'm like, fuck how you love the podcast. We out here making money, G. You gonna be like, we can see the squirrel orbs on your shirt.
Oh my God.
Fuck that shit, G. We out here making money.
Got a squirrel foot under your arm. Like, dude, raise your arm up again. I know I just seen something.
I'll be like, that's how you know it's fresh. They just made this.
This moment just came off the line.
Bill, I warm these on the inside.
Look, hey, the furs, diamonds, whatever you want to get, rock it. But I just think my vibe would be different because first of all, you made it. And I'm gonna be that type of person to where I'm with family and friends. We kicking it. If we not like recording the show or doing something like that, you're going to catch me in first of all right, me and my girl, like when we together a lot, we don't argue, but sometimes we do things to like get on each other's nerves. And that's mainly when we at home. But when last year we in Hawaii for 8 days, you know how hard it is to get mad by a palm tree? You know how hard it is to get mad with just like, it was almost like we were in a painting. If you go over there, it's just so many colors. It's like I thought I was colorblind when I came back. Like, you know what I mean? It was just such a drastic change. I would just live so fucking. I would live so carefree. None of that shit would cross my mind.
But we have to also understand. I'm straddling the fence again. We have to also understand these kids are young. Like I remember posts you used to make that was kind of not humble. Like the posts that you make now are like,
I wasn't beefing with nobody.
But not even just beefing with people. I mean, your mind frame has changed. Yeah. Just like mine too. Like, you know, when Facebook be like look up some old memories. I'd be like, okay. this shit seems cool. I know where my head is at now. Uh-huh. I scroll through that shit and be like, God damn, I can't believe I said that. Like, that's why God had to put me on my butt and be like, I said butt, God. God had to put me on my butt and be like, oh yeah, you think you this? Let me show you what it is. And I'm like, I'm learning now. So now we're in the stage like I'm past that. Like I wouldn't do that. And even saying that you need a circle around you to kind of tell you like you need to tighten up. Sometimes you don't tighten up until you get that message, that physical life message that's like, oh damn, I can't keep doing that, or there's no reason for me to say this shit, or there's no, like you said, like there's no need for me to worry about who support, because I know who support me, and then I know that makes people mad. You got to get to that age and you like, oh okay. Unfortunately, most of these rappers, when they get to that age, they ain't got shit. You know what I mean? Because they hot right now. So I mean, you're gonna have to take your L. Then
they think about all the productive things you could have did with that money. And another thing, when I see this dude, I'm like, I just be thinking, like a lot of people, and even older people, and this was crazy, I can see how he's like kind of feeling like it's like okay or acceptable because the older people just looking at the money.
Yeah.
They like, okay, it's this young kid, he got all of this money, he could do this, he could do that. But I sit and think like, I did see you travel like to I don't know where he went to shoot this one video. He was out giving money to homeless people, blah, blah, blah. Shot a video and came back. Nigga, if you ain't got no tour dates booked, travel, live life, look around the world, see what's going on out here.
But you know what?
You chose to bring your ass to Chicago and run around in the hood.
Because stunting is a habit. No, seriously, because you feel like you have something to prove. And that is what's wrong with a lot of young people, period, whether they got money or not. A lot of people beefing with people because they feel like they have something to prove. A lot of people died or are dying when we watch the news and stuff and you hear another person because you felt like you had something to prove. Like the people that you feel like you have something to prove to, these niggas ain't giving a fuck about you. These niggas probably didn't even donate to your GoFundMe. Or when you get locked up, putting money on your books or helping you out. These people don't give a damn about you, but you feel like you got something to prove to these people. And then you fuck up your life trying to prove shit to people instead of trying to prove something to yourself. But that's something that you learn when you get older and you get up in age and you start to, and unfortunately, some of us have the opportunity to learn that and some people don't. And if he keep fucking around shit, he gonna be one of the people that don't.
Exactly. And I just saw the article. I just pulled it up. Rich the Kid is the young man's name. He's a rapper.
I saw it. Okay.
And they basically did a home invasion on him. He's in the hospital, hospitalized. They beat him up pretty bad. Now, I don't know. I can't say that I've seen him out here beefing, doing this, and that, but that's just the world we live in. It's still real just because you got a few dollars in the bank. You know what I mean? I would just kind of just try to live a better life. I mean, no way I would get to that position and say, okay, now I can do this street shit times 20. You know what I mean?
I'm about to turn it up.
I'm about to turn this shit up a notch. You know how many people were killed for $13 million? And that was before you sold a record. That was before you sold a headphone with your name on it or anything like that. It was like, it's just so much room for improvement.
Oh, I see his on his Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
It has a picture of him in the hospital. And then his profile pic on Instagram is the Tony Montana shit. Niggas think they Tony. You know what? Do you know what he did after that movie? Went the fuck home. Y'all kill me with this shit. Y'all kill me with this shit. I see this little. Tell me if you see this shit on Facebook. They had that video. I don't know what country they was in, but the elementary school did the reenactment of the whole movie.
I didn't see that.
Hey,
did a reenactment of the whole movie, Scarface?
Listen, the little boy had the little Scarface wig piece on. That boy dumped his head in that powder. I said, these kids got to be in third grade. Listen.
Who approved that? What
Listen,
the fuck?
The comments on that bitch had me rolling. Like I watched the whole time. They had the little girl come in with the dress. I said, what school is this? And how can I get my son? I'd be like, that boy good.
That's too gangster. That's way too gangster for an 8-year-old.
Listen, that boy put the head and said, ah. Hilarious. Anyway, listen, y'all are not Tony. That was a movie. The boy went home. He took that check that he made and went home. That's why he's still, well, I don't know if he's making movies now, but he's still living off that cash while y'all sitting up here trying to be that, oh, godly. My people. I love y'all.
I don't know. I just think y'all need to get it together. Y'all too young. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, if I had y'all level of money, you would not see me. Like, I used to see those memes and be like, what do they say? I'm hustling to disappear instead of hustling to be seen. This a fucking peer, bro. Like, you only get one life. I would have my family so far away from anything negative. You would think, until you heard my voice on this podcast, you would be like, is that nigga still alive? Or else you see the beautiful pictures I'm posting on Instagram.
But you know why they give young kids this money to do these? Because one, they know they're not going to keep it. Two, they know they're going to sign bullshit-ass contracts. Mm-hmm. Like, about the contract, they'll tell you how much money they got. They won't tell you all the stipulations of this contract. Mm-hmm. So when people be like, oh, she just signed a such and such contract. I'm like, yeah, but did you get to read the whole contract, though? Let's do that, and then we can have a conversation about that. Uh-huh. You get these kids, and they know no better. As, of course, when, if I was 16, between the ages of 16, a nigga fucked up their credit. They had to get it together. So I know if I'm doing that shit, if MasterCard sent me a credit card, like, oh, it's crazy. You put all this money on this shit. Yeah. I know if you gave me, at that age, if you gave me that much money, and with my mom dumping all the wisdom that she could, my stepdad too. And I'm just like, yeah, I hear you, but I'm trying to get this so real quick. So I need this conversation to hurry up because I got to go down to the store real quick. Like, sometimes some people make mistakes that you can learn from and you can correct. Some people make mistakes and they're lifelong mistakes. Like,
I was about to say, I wonder how many people have actually signed a contract that big, $5, $6, $7, $8 million, and went and fixed their credit. Like the first thing they did, or did you just like immediately start buying shit?
Because a lot of people probably felt like, shit, I don't. Unless they have somebody like a good parent or somebody who's good, who's over their account, mm-hmm. for them to be like, okay, well, this is the first thing that we need to do. I'm not going to say none of them because I don't know. You could have somebody, a good person over your money who's like, no, this is what you need to do just in case this happens.
Exactly.
Or this is what, but again, you got to read the contract. The contract could have said, yeah, we signed to giving you this much money. This means you had to put out this many records and you have to sell this many. So if you don't sell this many, no, we're not giving you none of this shit. Or no, we're not doing none of this.
And the crazy thing about him, like, he's going to get more money because, like, the first time I heard of 1 billion streams, that was like for artists like fucking Adele or Drake, or now you got this motherfucker in there. It's like, he's really succeeding in this shit. I'm like, and the crazy part, I've never heard a 6ix9ine song. Like, you know, when you go on YouTube and look up stuff, like sometimes I look up an article and like go try to find a YouTube video.
It's like the water drip.
And there's some dude on there talking like, hey, what's up, man? I want y'all to check out my website. Like, motherfucker, I Googled Tekashi 6ix9ine. Who the fuck is this dude? It's like, so I just stopped looking. Like, I didn't even look at it. But, oh my God. The main point, I'm not here to bash their music right now, but when you get to a certain level of success, keep succeeding. Don't just try to, like my grandma used to tell me, you just throw rocks at the penitentiary. These people are just like trying to throw their life away little by little. It's like,
and not only that, I'm sorry, I had to say something. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you out, but not only that, look at the pictures of him right before. You know what I mean? Like right before he got big.
I've
Like,
seen him.
like, come on, dog. If you just automatically went to the tattoo shop and got all 800 of your tattoos, like you never had one of these before, you trying, you reaching.
Yeah, he tried hard.
You reaching.
It's like he got 69 all over his arms, like everywhere.
And even though 50,
I think it was in a tattoo shop one day, came out with no more room.
You know what I'm saying? It came out with 80. And even though, and then you got young bloods who really on this mug, like, oh God. Listen, I remember when gangs used to actually stand for something, like y'all was out feeding people and shit, the neighborhood.
Yeah.
You niggas is starving the neighborhood. Like, niggas is, oh God, please. I can't.
Man, I tell people that and they just fucking look at me like I'm 79 years old. But I still remember, like, even in Chicago, as bad as you hear about the gangs are, it's like it was still like a cold there. It was like you're going to look out for certain people, women and kids. It's like now, 20 years later, 25 years later, they don't care about putting the dice up when your grandma walk by.
Like,
or they don't, like little shit like that, like we had to do.
Rude. They are rude and disrespectful. You know what? Even if we was beating down the block, my grandma didn't even have to be in the car. Mm-hmm. And I would pass the church, or I would get next to an older couple, and I would see, or an older woman or an older man or whatever. I'm turning my music down. Exactly. I pull up in front of a church that's not even going, and I still turn my music. A cemetery, I swear to God, I used to. My grandma used to be like, you need to respect. Even the dead, you need respect. And I'd be like, you right. You know what I mean? And I would just do that, and I still do that. Like, these kids have no respect. Like, you rude. Oh, God, I can't. But y'all glorify anything.
But their idols are, too. It's like their idols are rude as fuck. Like, they look up to people who disrespect, like, even the artists that came before them. Like, back then, even if you were just, like, even Eazy-E, if you talk to him, like, he would be respectful in an interview. Now, what the fuck he do in the streets or on that album, that's something different. But when they talk to him, these people talk like they had some sense.
Because they know their grandma was watching it.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what it was. Nobody's scared of their grandma anymore. They kick it with their grandma. They smoke weed with their grandma. They might be in the same club with their grandma. Like, back then, it was like you would get those talking tos. Like, even if you were some big star, you would get that call afterwards, and she would say how disrespectful you were on that interview. They didn't give a fuck about, you keep sending that money, but nigga, I'm going to tell you what I've been telling you since you was broke. It was like, I don't think it's any of that no more.
And you ain't ignoring that call when she called leaving. You talking about that's grandma. Turn that music down.
Oh shit, put the weed out. Motherfucker, she can't see you. God damn.
Everybody calm down. Calm down. Like you had that fear, but that respect too, that you would just. And I think that a lot of these kids, they don't have that. They don't have old school grandmas. Like you said, they have grandmas who kind of like, even if you ain't smoking or drinking with them, you kind of playing with them. You know what I mean? Like, they don't feel like they have to respect you. I hear people talk to their grandparents crazy. And I'm like, I couldn't even look at my grandmother like, or definitely my grandfather, like, I had a problem with you. Or something you said was something I didn't want to do. Exactly. That wasn't an option in my life. Like, that's crazy to me.
There's no way in hell I could have did what these kids do now today to my grandmother. I might have been able to slide with some words under my breath or something with my mama. But I had the type of grandma where she with my mama and my ass.
About everybody in the house get in.
She beating everybody in the goddamn house. I'm gonna whoop your ass because you ain't check your goddamn keys. You know what I mean? That's the type of house I grew up with.
You going first. Anybody. Cortez always say we talk about our grandmas because they shaped us.
Yeah, exactly. These youngsters don't know nothing about that.
No, nothing.
These youngsters don't know nothing about that, man.
Crazy.
Oh, man.
This nigga got 6'9" twice on his chest.
Man, I just don't get it. Like, that shit. First of all, the face tattoos, nigga, you got 2 big ass numbers on your fucking head. Then it's like recently I seen some other shit up. Anyway.
It's trash.
Anyway, real quick, we should have talked about this we were talking about earlier. I just want to talk about, really quick, I just want to run down some of the racist shit that happened this week.
Well.
And I think it's just crazy. I think people are getting too comfortable with it.
Okay.
Way too comfortable. Okay.
They been comfortable.
Oh, they real comfortable now. I saw this video. It was a white man. He was at a hotel. I guess his family was there. And 2 black women walked in. They were at a Westin Hotel in Pasadena, California. This motherfucker says, all right, first of all, he faked being a health inspector. Mm-hmm. And he said, he asked the mom, did her daughter take a bath before they were about to get in that pool? Mm-hmm. I would have went the fuck off.
Now he asked, did they take a shower?
Yeah.
The showers were right. You're right.
How in the hell do you fix your... Are you so comfortable to where you're just walking up to people asking them that they wash their ass before they got in the pool?
Well,
this motherfucker didn't have on no swimsuit. He wasn't in the pool.
Right.
He said, Google the bacteria that you can find in the pool. Okay, nigga, go to school, become a health inspector, and fight bacteria in pools. If that's what your dream, you do that.
Listen, I got into it with so many people this weekend over this story. Actually, yesterday I got into it with so many people. Basically, of course, everyone who goes swimming knows that they have showers right there, and you have to shower. Okay, like just regular showers. You know, you put on your swimsuit or whatever, and you shower in that area, so that way, like, of course, bacteria, whatever, you can do whatever. However, let's just be honest, people. Black people, we put products in our hair. I don't give a fuck how long you be in that shower. That shit is not coming out. Mm-hmm. It is not coming out that fast. So either way, point blank period, when you get in the pool and then you mix it with chlorine, it is what it is. Point blank period. There were people who were defending him were saying black people call everything racist. Because black people don't swim, that a lot of black people don't know that you are supposed to shower in those showers. That's why they have those shower heads before you get into the pool. It's the rules of a pool. However, it is the rules of pools. If they don't have showers there, they tell you, of course, you shower before you get there because of chlorine. However, like I said, whether they showered or not, it has nothing to do with the rules. The lady said there were other people there. You didn't go around and ask these other people, did they shower? The dude said, what other people? Mm-hmm. She said, the people that are at the pool. Uh-huh. And he looked stupid like, yeah.
I ain't see nobody but you niggas.
Yeah, basically like you saying, like, the only people I saw were you. He didn't have on a swimsuit, so you were not even in the pool. Why do you care? Why do you care?
This nigga had on a polo.
And some khakis.
Yeah, so I just don't get it. There are certain situations, you know what? I have not been faced with that type of racism ever. I don't know how to deal with it. I really don't. If somebody asks, like say if I was at the pool with a cousin, whoever, and you ask that question, I'm going to take offense to it. I might not even say it's racist. I'm going to say you just fucking asking me some bullshit, and I want to talk about it. I want to discuss this.
I'm going to say that shit is racial if you didn't ask nobody else. I'm going to say that shit is racial if you did not ask anybody else. And then people were saying, well, how does she know that he didn't ask anybody else? Because he didn't say he asked anybody else when she said it. He didn't say, oh, yeah, well, I did ask them, and he just looked stupid. So, boom, you know he didn't ask anybody else. And then you came up directly to the kid. The kid! You came directly up to the kid and said something to the kid, grabbing on the kid.
First of all, we all know he didn't ask anybody else.
He did, and he did.
There's no way he did.
He didn't. And it upset me because the employees were telling her to calm down. Like, calm down, ma'am. And she was like, well, you didn't even get his information. Like, if this is an issue and you want to sit up and talk to me and get my information, you didn't even get his information. And the guy's telling her, you need to calm down. You need to calm down. Like, we'll figure this out later. Right now, I'm telling you to calm. I would have been like, okay.
I was about to say, I felt he was a little racist. The last guy, I guess the manager, when he came out, he told dude to walk away. Mm-hmm. Go ahead about your business. Go have fun. I'm about to talk to them.
Yep.
And then he threatened them with calling the police because they wouldn't shut up.
Yep.
I'm like, wait a minute. You handled that shit all wrong. If you're going to talk to somebody, talk to all three of them. Say, okay, let me talk to them first, but have him stand there. Why does he get to leave?
Like, you just stay here, and I'm going to talk to them first and get their story. Yeah, I get you.
Exactly. You're telling them all right, I'm going to call the police on you. Look, they have a right to be upset. Don't come and try to, just downplay the way they feel about it because you're trying to keep peace at the hotel. He disturbed the peace.
Yeah.
So why are you, man, all right, on to the next one.
No, you know what? I will just say this. People of color, the only thing we just talked about business, and businesses, they're shady. The best revenge for you to do, and I don't care what nobody say, white people do it real quick. You need to start suing the shit out of these people. People. Because the only thing these people understand is money. If you felt any kind of way, instead of you tripping out, fucking up your case, yeah, just sue their ass. Mm-hmm. And put it out there like, this is where I went. This is who I talked to. Mm-hmm. This person's name is this person. Because when people get on social media, can either be your enemy or your friend.
Exactly.
And when you get videos like that, social media is your friend. Mm-hmm. Regardless on the 20 people that disagree with you, there's about 1,000 people who agree with you. Mm-hmm. And to shut a company down. Look at what's happening lately. I would have said, sir, what's your name? Okay. All right.
Hey, she had the camera out. Just record this nigga's badge.
Yep.
And go to your lawyer's office. Just take a picture of his shit.
Because you was little. You got to get close.
Exactly. Like, all right. And we had another one.
Golly.
Hey, we got a lot of them. All right. The Waffle House, which is the home of racism the past few weeks.
Motherfuckers still going to Waffle House? They're not going to IHOP.
You know what? I got to stop by IHOP because I want to grab one of them burgers. I've been hearing they fucking real juicy. It's like Angus beef. Anyway, Waffle House. This was a situation. A couple goes in early in the morning. They order something. They order their food. And I guess they got an orange juice. The orange juice came first. Now, I relate to this. The juice was supposed to be $1.50.
I can't stand this shit.
So I guess they charged them like $3 for it. And just like I would have said, nah, on the menu it say $1.50. All right, so they argue their price. And the guy behind the counter calls the police. Of course, everybody says, okay, he was getting belligerent. He was doing this. He was doing that. He was yelling. But you didn't see any yelling in the video. Yeah. The cops come in. The first thing they say, start yelling. All right, come out. Come outside, blah, blah, blah. They put them both in cuffs like they were charging them with a crime, and they hadn't even got their food yet. So they didn't steal anything. They were just pissed off about you overcharging.
Right. And
they put them in cuffs. They didn't arrest them. They ended up letting them go, but you fucked up their night. It was like, if they have the right to say, all right, the guy was on the phone with customer service. So you're not yelling at them. You're discussing this. You're telling them what went on. The cop comes in, and, of course, they take the side of the Waffle House.
Right.
I see people on social media all the time. I'm boycotting this. I'm boycotting that. Why in the fuck are you still going to the Waffle House?
I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it. You know what? The first time I heard about Cracker Barrel and what happened.
Cracker Barrel.
Listen, I ain't been to the one since that mug was on stage. You know that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I haven't been to one, and I pass them when I'm in North Carolina City all the time, even when I'm hungry. Like, nope. That's the last place I stop by. I am not going to go to a place. And maybe it's hard because people, first of all, Waffle House look too dirty for me. I don't want somebody who look like they scratch their balls cooking my shit.
I ain't gonna lie. I used to love a good patty melt. I used to go. I haven't been in a while, but I don't club. It's like club food.
That's why I don't go to Poncho's after hours.
Don't you disrespect Poncho's.
Listen, this is why I will. This is why.
For those of y'all who don't know about Poncho's in Kansas City, it's fucking great.
And Ron loves it.
I love it. Along with Applebee's.
Ron, trash. I don't go to Poncho's after hours because it's too dark. Not in drive-thru. Not that I'm scared of the shit. The shit just look like you don't give a fuck after hours.
Yeah, you ain't got to wash your hands. They can't come in. They don't see us back here.
And I don't go nowhere where it feel like after hours you just don't give a fuck. Because with my luck...
I just noticed that when you said that. There is no light in the drive-thru. There is no light in the drive-thru. Like, I've been pulling out my ID, thinking it's my credit. Oh, this ain't my shit. You can't see shit out there.
Listen, I've been plenty of fucked up over in that area. And people be like, let's go to Poncho's. And I'm like, hit me up.
You got a flashlight, nigga? Ain't nowhere in hell I'm going over there.
Pull up your phone, a flashlight. Like, no. And it's not even that I'm scared of the parking lot. It's just that the restaurant looks like you don't give a fuck after hours. And I'm not saying that we haven't all been to a mom and pop place that just kind of, it wasn't up to standards as much as it should be.
Yeah.
But that's different. Mm-hmm. You normally know the people who's cooking this shit up in a mom and pop place because it's the same mom and pop. You know these people.
Same people.
I don't know who's on
they just don't wash their hands after they lock the doors.
Like, for real. Like, I don't know who's on the skillet at that mug when I'm sitting up here ordering my food. I mean, I just don't know. I just don't get that vibe. I don't know who it is. So that is the only reason why I don't go. Hit me up with Town Topic because I see her making my stuff. Uh-huh. This is when I eat meat. I love their burgers.
You'll be back.
I see Bridget. I won't. It's almost been a year. I see Bridget cooking my stuff and washing her hands. So I'm like, Bridget, cool. You know, or she put them big ass gloves on that don't fit her because she wasn't the cook that was supposed to come in that night. Either way, point blank period, I see her do my stuff. I feel like that with Waffle House. I feel like you said, it's a place you go to when you messed up. That's cool. Like, I didn't know people really ate breakfast there.
I never really went there for breakfast. I just like they patty melts and hash browns. It's been a few years, but I don't club anymore. It's like, I don't know. I work too much. I don't have time to go sit there like I used to, but I used to go a couple times a week.
I guess if I wanted that old school diner feel, I would have went to Waffle House.
It used to be cool. Like I said, you could see them cooking it in front of you. It does have that, like, you used to see the memes to where, like, if the nigga ain't got a blunt behind his ear, the food is trash. It does have that vibe. Like, I'm from Chicago, and a lot of people who are from Chicago, we got a big fan base there. I see them numbers. So there are tons of mom and pop restaurants in Chicago.
Right.
Like, tons of them. And, like people will tell you, hey, man, if this place, if the floor don't look like it needs to be swept, I'm swept, if the chairs don't have like all the stuffing coming out of it, the food ain't gonna be shit in here.
But that's because, think about it too. We black people. I'm sorry for people of other races that are listening to this, but black people. You normally had that one family member who may have not kept the house tidy. But this motherfucker
But she could throw down in the kitchen. I knew you was about to say that.
But you know the food is about to be fire.
You know the only thing she respecting there is that food.
It's the kitchen. And that's it. And we like...
Got a couch in the kitchen. Don't worry about that. The food is good.
With grease spots on that bitch. Because that bitch had caught fire a couple of times. However...
I keep missing the trash truck, baby. Don't worry about that. I keep meaning to throw that out.
But you already know when that food come out, it's about to be fire. So you kind of feel like that about mom and pop places. You get to know the people. It's usually the same people.
Yeah.
The person's used to seeing you, so it's hey baby when you come to the door. Like you won't you know because you've been there so many times. Opposed to you're a big company chain and you could do better. And I just feel like I mean, I don't go there anyway, but for people who do go there, you've heard all the stories.
I would just say stop going there.
Choose wisely.
Like right now, it seems like every week there's something going on with Waffle House.
Choose wisely.
Every week. It's like if they don't want to, like they're beating up kids, getting out of prom, they throwing them up against the windows. It's just like, I don't want to go to a place where I feel if the police come, they're not going to listen to what the hell I got to say until I'm handcuffed in the back of a car.
And it
That's
could be
not
a nice
the
police
way.
Officer. Like the police officer could be real nice, you know, on regular days, but he'd be like, I gotta turn on my Waffle House attitude.
Oh, they turn up when they hit the Waffle House.
I take the call.
That's what I'm about to say. Adam 112, we got this.
That fool way across town, but just feel like he wants to let out.
I ain't beat up a motherfucker in a long time. My wife been tripping. I'm about to beat whoever ass in here today. They get their ass beat.
I don't care if she getting these hands. Like, no, don't go. Do not pass go. Y'all need to start going to IHOP. IHOB. I'm so mad at IHOP. It was that meme that said, that meme from Coming to America when that boy said, his mama called him. That fool said, his mama called him IHOP. His daddy called him IHOP. I'm going to call him IHOP. I said, yes. That shit is IHOP. That
was just a publicity stunt. I thought they were actually changing it too. I went out, where the hell was I going?
They changed their Twitter.
I forgot where I was going, but it was IHOP. You know, it's IHOP right down the street. So when I rolled by, I'm looking at the sign like, that motherfucker still say IHOP. But that was just to introduce they selling burgers. You know what I mean? But
I don't know. They changed.
Hey, fuck with IHOP, whatever you want to say. I've never heard of nobody getting beat up in there.
Listen, IHOP's been so great. We done had fights at IHOP back in the day, years ago. We done had fights.
Not recently.
It's been years, but we had fights at IHOP. They still welcome us with open arms the next weekend. Like, y'all back? Yes, we are, and we would like pancakes.
Don't have no bullshit in here now. What y'all want?
No, I think they wanted. We ain't seen no shit like this in years. Like, no, but IHOP just got the best pancakes. I mean,
I had a fucking waitress in IHOP babysitting me one day.
Oh.
I went in there. I was working all these fucking crazy hours, 12, 16-hour days. It was on a day when my girl don't come down to the weekends. It was like a Wednesday or Thursday. So I go in there. It was kind of crowded, so I guess they took a while with my food. So next thing I know, I'm just waking up. Food is in front of me. I've probably been asleep like 30 minutes. And this waitress, she's a white woman. She comes by. She's like, don't worry about it, baby. I got you. I had you. So every time I go in there, it's like two people in there. I don't give a damn. I'm going to say, I'm not tipping nobody else. Have them come over and, you know what I mean, and fuck with me and serve me my food.
Yep.
But yeah, it's cool people there. I can't say I visited all the IHOPs in America, but as far as the Waffle House, I just think that they got a bad name going. They need to shut down for the fucking training like Starbucks did. It's like, y'all need racial tolerance training.
Like you did. Shout out to Starbucks. I don't care what people say. People like, they probably didn't do no training, but they shut the shit down. And then when they shut the shit down, they stopped making money for a minute. And even
they lost like $12 million over that time.
And people don't understand. Like, even when you shut down, even your stock could go down for that. Like, these people risk that shit, like to say, hey, bitch, we want everybody drinking up. Because you know Caribou and Scooter's going to come up and slide up in your DM like, have you had coffee today? I haven't, but let me try.
I am in the area. Thanks for reaching out. I'll be over there in a minute.
Well,
if they did that, you know how many customers they would have got, like that real personal touch, like just slide on in on you.
Like, oh, except
Starbucks ain't never text me. These motherfuckers are special.
You out here, you ain't even on my side, but I'ma still come through.
Oh my God! All right, boycott IHOP.
Waffle House.
Oh yeah. Hey, you know, I almost started something I couldn't finish.
Listen,
boycott Waffle House.
I'm here. I'm here. Don't worry about it.
I will be at IHOP in a couple of days. I'll probably be there Monday night.
I was like, I'll be there tomorrow. And if y'all could continue to make pumpkin spice pancakes all through the year,
trash,
that would be great. I don't mind haters. Right now, Ron is on that level. I'm okay with that too.
No, I never had them. But I will say this. We talked about it in the beginning of the show. I'm going to put it back in your brain. Do something for your father tomorrow.
Yes.
Do not discriminate on Father's Day.
Do something for Dad.
Mothers are very special. They're important. We love them. But
best.
You would not be here had your father not gotten her drunk and had sex with her.
That sounds about right.
She looked at me for a minute like, where you going with this? You know damn well where I'm going. Fathers are important too.
My mama got my daddy drunk. Hey, big head. No, seriously, that is like love on your daddy. Love on your daddy, especially if you have a good dad. If you have a dad who you are not really close with, but that person is willing to or trying to mend certain situations, and you feel like it's coming from a good place, because I don't think we talk about that enough. I don't think we talk about that. I don't think we talk about that enough. And not to get sentimental, if you feel like a person is trying, because some people, you cannot change the past. You cannot. But you also have to admit you're wrong in the past. Like a lot of people who hurt people, they don't want to admit what they did. Like you got to do that to get over the hump of what's going on. But if you have that situation with your father and you're trying to mend that situation, like get together, do something. Like, if it's fixable, fix it. If it's not, if it's trash and you can't fix it, give a Father's Day to somebody who would need it, like who would really or deserves it. You know what I mean?
Give a Father's Day to the stepdad.
Shout out to stepdad. Shout out to my stepdaddy.
Yeah.
Pops.
Yeah.
Shout out to my stepdad. Like I say that all the time when people be like, "Oh, baby daddies ain't shit." Stepfathers are.
Yeah,
but you gotta get one that's really not somebody who just banging your mama. That ain't him. Not if it wasn't for your mom, like, dude wouldn't even be messing with you. Like, yeah, y'all hungry. Like, you got to get somebody who, like, care even when your mama ain't there. Like.
Stepdaddies are the shit.
They are.
My stepfather, he passed away, like, maybe a year ago.
Yeah. When
I was young, I think, like, not most boys, but a lot of boys that are just basically, like, rebelling against the world. It was like, my mom was kind of easy on me. And my grandmother was too. So when he came in, like, what I'm saying, he was one of the good ones. So he was like, this ain't no hit it and quit it. I'm going to be with his mom for a while. I'm actually marrying her.
So I'm here.
So little nigga, you going to mind. You know what I'm saying? This is what black people say. You going to mind me. How come only black people say? I never heard a white person say he don't mind at all.
I have not either.
That's something black people came up with.
Behave.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But he, like, was really on me, like, for the longest. And the things he never told me anything different from the time I was younger to the time I was older. But when I was older, then all of a sudden, like, stepdaddies get a bad rap sometimes because, first of all, some people be like, okay, some people will, like, try to push him out because he's not your father. Mm-hmm. But you don't realize that some of these people, like, go out of their way to, like, please you and try to get accepted by you. And he was that person, like I called him dad, like, until the day he passed. Like, that room, my back room, like, he would come, like, I remember that nigga left and he was so fucking funny. That nigga left his watch down here because he lived in Chicago. That motherfucker called me every week, like, my watch still in that room. I was like, dude, nobody comes to my house like that. I got your watch. So when he came back up here, he got the watch. We was talking for a little while, blah, blah, blah. And he went back home, and it was like one of the last times I seen him. Right after he left for the last time, I called him. And I was like, hey, man, I threw a fat-ass TV in that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Because that was his room. It really was. He was the only person that slept in there for a long time because I don't really have company, like sleeping company or nothing like that.
Especially with him taking their shoes off.
So... Oh, that motherfucker. He was probably the reason why I ain't like niggas' feet. That motherfucker always wore church socks.
I said.
And the ones with the lines in them. Motherfucker just come take his shoes, put them up on the table and shit. I'm like, bro, I really don't like feet on my table, but
I'm hearing that.
But I would never tell him that. So yeah, stepfathers are important. I just want y'all to just make a big deal out of them tomorrow. Well, today, yes. When y'all listen to this. Make a big deal out of it.
I think if you do have a stepdad too, you should definitely do something for him because he didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? Like I always say to him, I said that he didn't have to do that. Like he didn't have to be there and actually love us. Like I know some people who be like, that person just with my mom, like they treat me real bad, but just because they just want to be with my mom, like they don't have to do certain stuff that they do, but they do take on that role. So if they do, dads, period, like celebrate them, love them. Don't make them cook, don't make them grill.
No barbecue, and don't get this nigga an oven mitt. Or no shit like that.
You know what I'm saying? If they want to be left alone, leave them alone.
A kiss the cook apron. Y'all be on some bullshit.
but also, dads, start saying what you want. The closed mouth get bullshit. The open mouth get what they want.
Yeah, tell them you want to ride in lawnmower. I bet they'll come up with something then.
Like, if you get people put together and get on that payment plan, so whichever one of them got good credit.
Hey, how you paying that motherfucker off?
Whichever one got good credit, y'all go down to Home Depot, put that stuff up there, be like, oh, we can get you this one on the Lowe's or Home Depot card.
Look, nigga, we've been paying on this all year. All you got to do is put $400 on it. That's your get. Ain't that about... I will say this before we get out of here. I'm going to say it again. Treat us special. Do us good. And we're out.
Later, Gators.